everybody, how's it going? StormeDegree 14 here, and welcome back to another Nostalgia Critic reaction. Gonna be reacting to not his newest video, but his one video called The 11 Funniest Disney Villains. I'm actually excited to see what he chooses for his roster. There's a lot of good choices. As for personally who my favorite villain ever is, that's kind of a hard one. It's something I've never really thought about, and I would say, if any character, it would probably be my best villain overall is Jafar, more specifically from Aladdin. Like just in general, but like as for funniest, I don't know. As for meanest, I don't know. But let's see what this Doug thinks. In 3, 2, 1. That's actually really good. Do you think by the time he changes this outro, we'll get those cats finally unlocked? I hope so. Because it would be really fun if we did. Alright, let's see your choices, Doug.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic guy. Remember it, so you don't have to.
Right.
Even if you're not the biggest fan of Disney, everybody's a big fan of their villains.
Absolutely.
I can't be the only one to say some of the best villains in all of cinema come from Disney's animated
Yes.
library. They're evil, conniving, and at times, damn hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A great
we
mix
talked a lot
between
about
scary
the
and
evilest
goofy.
Disney villains, but not a ton about who the funniest ones are. Because it is the world of animation, you can combine both the attempts at trying to look and feel realistic with the attempts to be as cartoonishly over the top as possible.
Correct.
This makes for an unforgettable combo that leads to a lot of unforgettable baddies. But which ones are the funniest?
That's what we're here to
Look
hear.
back on and can't help but smile and even kind of chuckle out loud thinking about their goofiest moments.
Alrighty.
There's a ton of them to look through, and I'm gonna give my count today. A few restrictions though. No Pixar movies, and also
Okay.
no properties bought later.
Oh.
This is only the Disney
Alright.
Studios animated library because, well, they started this whole animated
Okay,
film
that's
business,
actually
so
good
I
to
think
know.
It makes
So
sense
no-
to give them a whole top 11 list. Why top 11? Because
Holy crap, that actually
11
scared me,
funniest
dude.
Disney animated villains.
Well, also, isn't it to make you stand out from a top 10? Alright, let's see.
Number 11.
Right, well, who's number 11?
Ursula from The Little Mermaid.
Ursula. Really? This
Before
far
you go
down?
nuts, she's so low on the list because this isn't the most charming or sinister villains, it's the funniest.
Oh, I
In my
see.
opinion, there are 10 other villains that make me laugh a lot harder than her, but she is still pretty damn hilarious.
Yeah.
From Pat Carroll's
I
wonderful
admit
voice
that in
work
the
to her
past I've been
one-of-a-kind
a
design, Ursula is about as iconic a villain as you can get.
Yep.
She owns every moment of evil and every moment of hilarity. The way she goes back and forth between being that sassy aunt who breaks some of the rules and a full-on psychopath is
Yeah.
seamless. Whether it's doing a natural laugh or an evil laugh,
Oh, yeah. That's such a good
a
laugh.
rightful smile or an insane smile, a shout for joy or a shout for darkness, they're all hilariously extreme and extremely hilarious.
Exactly.
Don't underestimate
The importance of body language. Yeah, Ursula's definitely one of the better villains. Yeah, she's such an iconic character. She's really pretty good at manipulation, even though in the movie, Ariel is kind of desperate to follow her dream in this case. But still, I think she comes off as very manipulative, though.
Enjoys every diabolical move she makes, and we enjoy it with her. She has so much fun trying to gain as much power as possible, and
Right.
of course, sneaks in a ton of bitchy one-liners throughout all of it.
Yeah.
the miserable,
Lonely and depressed. Pathetic.
Forget when she transforms from Ariel's voice, too.
Oh,
These
yeah.
scenes of her getting her ass literally ripped off are so much
Oh.
fun and lead to some great reactions.
Yep. Why, you little... You slimy little... The seals. Yep, get him.
It's so rare we see the traditional Disney princess design go this zany and this
True.
slapsticky, so it's pretty enjoyable.
True,
to
it is
watch.
different than
Enjoyment
most.
is our
I'll give
enjoyment,
her
and
that.
It's pretty difficult not to laugh along.
dear
Sweet child. That's what I do. Alright, who's number 10?
Jafar from Aladdin.
Oh, Jafar?
This is another one you may think should be a little higher, but again, we are mainly going on laughs. With that said,
Okay,
not only
that's a
does
good
Jafar have
point.
Some of the funniest moments in Aladdin, though granted,
True.
I think every character in this movie does. But he also has some great support.
Yeah,
Teaming up with
Diago.
Diago was a brilliant move as the contrast.
What an asshole!
Voice and Jonathan Freeman's voice offset each other perfectly.
How may I be of service to you?
That hurt!
It's not like there's a smart one or a dumb one either. It's
Right.
just two awful characters who are awful in slightly different ways.
Right.
One uses his smooth voice and intimidating demeanor to his advantage. The other
Well, the other
uses
is
his
annoying.
small size and unique voice to get what he wants. And it is pretty fun when you see him kind of switch places, when you'll see Iago try to act a little bit more smooth.
Excellent work, Iago.
Oh yeah, when he mimics voices.
No, really, on a scale of 1 to 10, you are an 11.
And Jafar act loud and
Funny.
insane.
Funny, considering we're doing a top 10, 11, eh? Oh,
Yet neither feels out of character.
such a good line. To think he went through a
That's one
redemption
of the most
arc later
enjoyably
on.
crazy laughs ever. Jafar's also a step above Ursula because he too impersonates a different character, and
Right,
I just find this guy a little funnier.
true.
He is so over-the-top grotesque, but absolutely loves
Mm-hmm.
being that way. Hell, even kind of shows off being that way.
Yeah, the
It just
teeth.
cracks me up. And come on, you gotta love those dad jokes.
Oh yeah.
Time is up. Don't toy with me.
Plus the snake transformation was always really cool.
The point? I'm just getting
Getting warmed up.
Keep an eye out for my joke book, Evil Puns and
Glug.
Groaning Grumpies. Also, I don't know why, but his reaction after dealing with the Sultan here kills me. Most people look at Iago spitting the cracker out, but I always look at him rolling his eyes. For some reason, it just makes me laugh so hard.
That's such a.
Your
He's just like, I can't believe I have to work for this idiot.
Away with dumb animals.
Oh,
The first film of the Disney Renaissance that was considered a comedic adventure. It only makes sense that its villain should get a lot of good giggles. On a scale of 1 to 10, he's... well, no, he's 10, but
Yeah.
it's a solid 10.
all right, fair enough. I still like him as a villain, though. All right, who's number 9? Oh,
Mad Madam Mim from The Sword and the
ah,
Stone. This is
I
another
actually
one
don't
of
know
those
this one.
underrated characters, and in a weird way, it's not that hard to see why. She doesn't get a ton of screen time, and in the grand scheme of things,
Oh, I think I remember this.
technically cut her out. But then
Oh, I think I remember this actually. I remember the Princess and the Frog. They made a reference to her, I believe. Like the gator, he's like magic and spells, all kind of hoodoo, and like he pulls the plants to look like her hair.
not only miss out
Yes,
on
I think
a
so.
really inventive battle, but also some hilarious moments. Mim is like that bitchy next-door neighbor who just happens to have the power of Satan. She can transform into anything, yet she spends most of her time playing solitaire. She makes use of literally so she can break him as soon as she starts. She
Dang.
has these unstoppable powers that can take over the world, but a friggin' flu takes her out. She's just a
Wow.
great mix of contradictions. Her transformations also get a lot of big belly laughs.
True.
Both her and Merlin hold
Let's
on
see.
to both their hair and facial color with every creature they become.
Oh,
Leads
he
to
can
a lot of
shapeshift
funny
too?
and
That's
creative
pretty cool.
designs. And yeah, like I said, the slapstick here is a lot of fun.
I need to watch this.
You're gonna pay.
Ooh.
When you think of an evil, funny witch and the evil, funny powers she has, Mim is one of the first characters that
Yeah,
comes
there
to
it
mind.
is.
I'm actually a little shocked they didn't give her more staples of a witch, like the pointy hat and broom.
True.
Maybe they thought it'd be too close to
Hey, it
other
makes her
famous witches
stand
that
out,
they
though.
had, which already kind of share a similar voice.
Oh, bat gizzards. Oh, bless their little black hearts.
Whatever the reason, she's a great selfish evildoer who's always in it for herself.
Right.
And luckily, we're in it too for all the
guess.
laughs she gives.
Yeah, I gotta watch this later on Disney Plus, I guess. This looks like fun. Right.
Number 8.
Who's number 8? Right, who's number 8?
The Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland. One of the fun
this
things
one I
about this
barely
movie is
remember.
almost anyone can technically be a villain. Every second somebody is trying to disrupt whatever Alice is doing or even try to cause her harm.
True.
Hell, all of Wonderland is literally chasing her by the end.
Yeah.
But by far the literal queen of hilarious evil is the Queen of Hearts. She's basically a spoiled brat in a grown woman's body, and if she ever doesn't get her way, you know what that means.
Tantrum.
Off with their hands! Off with his hands!
Dang.
With her hands! Off with your hands!
Just off with the head.
Watching Alice
We
as
get
well as
it.
everybody try to navigate through her temper tantrums is some of the best comedy in an already very funny movie. I love you never know if she's gonna greet you with a smile or an axe. I think
She
at the
is.
time even the queen doesn't know.
You see how red she got from that?
The way she goes from an almost pleasant, even comforting demeanor
Now, where do you come from and where are you going?
to a demonic she-demon just keeps you on your toes and ready to laugh at any mental breakdown she has.
Never mind all that. Get to the part where I lose my temper.
I particularly love when she goes cowardly.
I forgot
Once Alice
she
becomes
said
a
that.
Giant, watching her try to still have some authority, but also hide behind her tiny husband, just slays me.
Room 42, you know.
And as for you,
And when Alice shrinks, that look of absolute vengeful delight, like, oh bitch, you're going down. Just this one drawing mid-yell after the Cheshire Cat pretty much cements Alice's demise.
You're a fat, pompous, bad-tempered old tyrant.
Oh no. Damn.
Watch it again.
Tyrant.
That is amazing.
She,
This is a dumb.
she's got the ape face going for her. Like, let me take a look real quick. Yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I want to be like you. That's what I think of.
Amazing. Dumb, childish, and of course, mad character who knows how to get the biggest laugh out of every scene she's in.
Nothing whatever! Nothing whatever! That's very important!
Number 7.
Alright, good choice. Who's number 7?
Captain Hook from Peter.
Ah, yes, Captain
This is another
Hook.
one where the comedic support helps a great deal.
And Smee.
Captain
Yes,
Hook
Captain.
is supposed to be intimidating, but in every version he's supposed to be a little comical too.
Right.
And is teaming up with both Smee and especially the crocodile
TikTok
lead to
croc,
some of the
yeah.
funniest animation in any Disney movie.
I always
when
love that
people
he
hear the
shakes
name
in fear
Captain
with the
Hook,
clock
This is the first thing that comes
sounds.
to their mind. I'm not even saying he's the best one. I still have a soft spot for Tim Curry, but he's the most recognizable in terms of how he looks and juggling both intensity and comedy.
Right.
His banter with his bumbling sidekick gets a lot of great moments.
Am I not a man of me word, Mr. Smee?
Yes,
Yes.
always, Captain.
And yes,
He
even
crosses
shares
his
some great
fingers.
slapstick.
Well, Captain, it's nice to see you smiling again.
Jeez.
But like I said, the best moments are with the crocodile.
Yeah.
He is so afraid of this thing and so in pain while fighting him, you almost feel sorry for him.
Yeah.
But that pity just makes the humor all the better, as his pain is just so genuine.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, dear.
Team up both the crocodile and Smee with Hook.
Yeah,
That's
such a
it.
good
I am a
moment.
goner with laughter watching these three together.
Oh!
No, really, slow down some of the slapstick to see how perfect the timing is.
Wham!
Even the sound design is perfect.
That is good. That is so good.
I practically piss my pants whenever he makes that skipping sound across the water after he screams for help.
Oh,
So
that's
it's him
such a
being
good
chased,
line.
being skipped across the water. The pirate's so scared they're rowing lifts them into the air. Hook
And he
traveling up
dodges
the boat while they're
it.
in the air, and the croc following right after. That's 5 layers of comedy in just
And
a
off
few
he goes
seconds.
into the distance.
Not to mention, you also get kind of a half performance with him as the father in the beginning too.
Oh.
Which also leads to a lot of great comedy.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
poor Nana.
Oh, Nana.
His character
Yeah.
is great. His comedic support is great. Helping
I mean, should we be surprised we care about the animal more than the human? Just saying.
lead to what else? Some great laughs.
Cursed Peter Pan.
Yeah, that's a good choice, Doug. Good choice. What's number 6?
Cruella de Vil.
Cruella de Vil, yes!
When people think of the stereotypical
She's definitely one of the
evil
scarier
villainess
villains.
with a cigarette holder and a fur coat, but with a humorous edge to her, Cruella is always the first to come to people's minds.
Yep.
Absolutely nothing about her is subtle. Her design, the volume of her voice, even her evil plan is pretty damn intense.
Right.
I don't care how you kill the little beast, but do it!
I gotta say, yeah, exactly. This woman is evil. She wants to turn all these dogs into a coat. What is wrong with you? If she was around today, this mission would probably never ever fly. My word, is it cruel. Hence the name.
Poison them, drown them, bash them in the head. You got any chloroform?
Damn.
God.
Exactly.
What's so great about her is that she never holds anything back. She does more than wear her emotions.
She tells
on her
the
sleeve.
honest truth.
She makes a fashion statement out of it.
How are you?
Miserable, darling, as usual, perfectly wretched.
Gosh, what is she
Everything
smoking?
does is big and crazy. Half of her
never
extreme
know.
reactions look like a giant mosquito who's out for more blood than the world has. I've talked about
Yeah.
that sketchy Xerox style in the past and how sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't in Disney films. Honestly here, I'm half and half.
I think
I
it's
don't
pretty
think it always
solid,
works
yeah.
on the human characters, but man, does it work on Cruella. Every
Mm-hmm.
odd, out-of-place pencil line just makes her look even more unhinged.
Yeah.
Like, even her line work can't keep up with how extreme she is. She's also one of the few Disney villains who's just as interesting in the straight
Would that imply that she's so, like, scary that she defies the laws of physics? Her own rage defies the law of physics
DVD
for her?
sequel. Yep, I confess, I actually really like the sequel to 101 Dalmatians.
Oh.
And a lot is because of Cruella's story. She
I've
has a
never really
complete
watched that
mental
one.
breakdown and suddenly becomes obsessed with creating the perfect work of art that centers around what else? Dots.
Yeah.
That's already funny enough, but when she reveals the only way to create the perfect dot is to use the blood of Dalmatians.
Good lord!
Holy shit, is that bonkers?
That-
Oh, man, it's psychotically funny as
Damn, that's what she did? Holy crap! Woman, now you're going after baby dogs too?
well.
I mean, she already was,
There's
but
a reason she's
she after their blood? You were right about the comment about her being a mosquito, Doug.
still a hit Halloween costume all these years later, because people love to dress up as the fabulous, mental, and fashionably hilarious Queen of Insanity.
Yep.
Cruella, Cruella de Vil.
Alright.
This is difficult, but yes, we are doing our sponsorship because you can set your
Oh,
Old
what?
Spice shampoo smells great and helps keep
A
your hair
commercial
thick and healthy.
in front of a commercial. In front of another commercial.
Fun fact, there's a vending machine at the peak of Mount Fuji. It's true. There's like 5 million of them in Japan. And in Tokyo, there's a place called Shibuya. Oh my.
yourself up for financial success by starting to build your credit history to earlier.
Alright, here we go. Back to it. Oh, I gotta turn the sound back up. Sorry, guys. Alright, who's number 5?
Ratigan from The Great Mouse Detective.
Ah, yes, I
Rarely
remember
get a
your
villain
review of
who's
this.
Equally intelligent, charming, and funny as the lead in a Disney movie. But Ratigan and Basil are perfectly matched. This is different than some of the other Disney
Oh,
villains
right,
where they
right. I
have
remember what you
comedic
said.
support. Here, Ratigan's comedy mostly comes from his rivalry with the main protagonist. It's a battle of the egos, and both of them are equally comedic.
I haven't had a moment's peace of mind.
However, Ratigan has an animation style that truly is something to behold.
I mean, seems like it. Let's
He's one
see.
of only 2 characters on this list, the other I'll get to later, who I simply can't separate the voice from the animation. Like, you
Right.
can replace other Disney characters with other voices, and sure, they may not be as good, but you could still buy it okay.
True.
Vincent Price's voice and his comedic timing are so ingrained with this design and movement, I can't fathom any other sound coming out of him. It really is what the phrase hand in glove was invented for.
Right.
Let me show you how it works.
Basil on the case!
Both his large size and intimidating bruteness contrast perfectly with his sophisticated daintiness.
Yep.
He's both a bloodthirsty monster, but also an elegant dancer who literally has a fountain of champagne. When he's bested, it's both so
I forgot about
satisfying
that.
and hilarious to see, slithering from a quiet whisper to a thunderous roar.
Though frankly, I expected
Did
you
you just-
15 minutes
Did you-
earlier.
You never know what's gonna come out of this guy, except that whatever it is,
It's gonna be good.
probably gonna get a laugh.
Yep.
What else can you say? But he's tops, and that's that.
Oh, how sweet.
Wait.
Number 4.
Alright, good choice. What's next?
Yzma and Kronk.
Yes,
the Emperor's
Igman
New-
Kronk!
Alright, so
Oh, yes, The Emperor's New Groove. One of my favorite Disney movies. Oh,
I'll admit, this isn't a movie I really got that into. I'm not the biggest David Spade guy, but I don't know, maybe I gotta see it again.
it works really well.
I am really huge in Eartha Kitt and Patrick Warburton, so naturally,
Yeah.
I love these two.
Man,
Words can't describe
voice is
the bizarre
iconic, Kronk's
chemistry
voice.
these two have. Both their animation and their voice acting get so many laughs whenever they're on screen.
Yeah.
Does he, a little
Go to the left. Ding. Wham!
have any idea of who he's dealing with?
It's no secret the movie doesn't keep that close to telling a straightforward dramatic story. In fact,
Right.
half the time they just abandon logic for a joke.
Yeah.
How'd you get back here
Of
before?
course. How did
he,
me, Kronk?
Why you
Got me.
By all
Well, counts. It doesn't make any sense.
And most of
I love that one so much. Always love that chase scene when, like, they look at the lines that they're making on the map, and, like, they look back and they see that they're making a path, and they're just like, and they just keep running.
those scenes do come from these two. It's another strange pairing of opposites, with one being the brains and the other being the bronze, but the uniqueness of how these
very
two
well
talk and
done.
the unexpected tone shifts in their humor always keep you guessing as to what they're gonna say or do next. The design on these two are also crazy memorable. They
Yeah.
almost look like carvings on an ancient temple if one of them was withering away and the other was on steroids.
Right.
They so don't go together that it naturally creates comedy without even having to try that hard.
Yeah.
Still alive?
5?
Well, he's not as dead as we would have hoped.
He can't come back.
Especially after that lovely eulogy.
These two
God.
are just so
Again, Krong's voice never gets old to hear. His deliveries are perfect every single time. Oh, yeah. It's all coming together. I can't do the voice.
naturally hilarious. It's
But
hard
that's
to
the
even
thing he
explain. They
says.
just have the most unique yet familiar, bombastic yet pathetic, strong yet also weak relationship a comedy duo should have. More and more, the internet makes memes out of them, and for good reason.
Yep.
They just produce so many laughs no
None
matter
whatsoever.
where you place them. Well, almost where you place them.
Right.
The movie as a whole may not be my thing, but even I know what a phenomenal comic duo these two have always been.
Yep. It's your birthday. Never gets old, man. That's a good choice. Right.
Prince John from Robin Hood.
Yeah, I love Prince John
Prince of
too.
Nottingham brings all his glamorousness and maybe just a few innuendos.
I've got a dirty thumb.
Okay, maybe a lot of innuendos, but even outside of that,
Yeah.
this character is die-hard, laugh-out-loud amazing. Like some of the villains on
I
this
am the
list, he's
king.
pompous, egotistical, whiny as hell, incredibly vain.
Yeah.
But, unlike those other villains, he's teamed up with a snake, which, yes, just makes the innuendos even funnier.
Be gone, long one.
To hell with Beauty and the Beast or Aladdin and Jasmine, these two are Disney's power couple!
Damn.
They work so well off each other and
Sire.
practically breathe humor. Just about everything they do is funny.
Yeah.
It always sounds like their voice actors are just having a ball, going over the top, but in a way that's still believable to what the characters are.
Yeah,
You're
love.
the worst. Marvelous, merciful.
You got it all wrong.
Oh, Fiddly, Growly, Weasley.
Every moment with them is like watching couples counseling go incredibly wrong, but
Yes.
incredibly right at the same time. You know,
Man, after the review, Doug, you still can't get over the innuendos with this stuff, can you? Ugh. I don't know. I could never really see it like that. I'm sorry. I just can't. But yeah, I do agree. They're a really funny group, though.
in some respects they shouldn't be together, but you know, in many other respects, nobody else would be able to stand them.
Right.
So it's like an alliance of convenience.
Please don't do that. You have a very loud thumb.
I think it's pretty straightforward why
Yeah.
these two are so great. Well,
Very loud.
straightforward. Come on, you knew I had to make that joke. And if you disagree, just think of the funniest couple you can having an argument, and tell me these two aren't at least just as funny.
I don't know.
If you can.
Please, sir, I don't drink.
Number 2,
Right. I wonder which number 1 is, but let's see number 2 first.
Gaston from Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, Gaston!
That's both so simple
No
yet
one
hilarious
beats
at the
Gaston.
same time. Gaston is the egocentric,
And LeFou.
good-looking hunter who's a favorite of the entire town except for Belle.
Yep.
The man who has everything he wants. Well, everything.
Yeah,
including
the
Belle's
one thing
hand
that
in
he can't have.
Have 6 or 7.
Dogs?
No,
Oh,
Belle.
strapping boys like me.
Seeing his transformation from comedic
Ugh.
foil to an absolute monster happens so naturally, yet you realize it's not even a transformation. You just find out more about him. In that first half, though, he's
Yeah.
so intimidating, but so pathetic at the same time.
True.
You have to laugh while watching him.
Yeah.
Seeing someone people admire for being so confident becomes so desperate and dumb and trying to get what he wants.
He needs all the help he can get.
Don't talk about my father that way.
Yeah, don't talk about it.
father that way.
He's a guy everybody has seen somewhere.
Such a
in
good
their
line.
lives. Maybe you don't know him personally,
Boom.
or maybe you do, but you recognize a lot of this character in other
God.
people.
God, good timing, but I could, again, there was a time period where this guy was in every YouTube poop you could imagine, and it shows why it works so well. Not this guy, but Gaston. Like, gosh, this whole, like, bar scene with the No One Beats Gaston song, so many people have edited to be so funny, and I've watched all of them. It's just that good of a moment.
Once again, he's given great support with his sidekick, LeFou.
Yeah.
The small doofus who often gets things wrong, but loves being in the presence of greatness.
Right.
Even if he's often punished for it.
So,
How'd it go?
Gaston is so egocentric, even his villain song is named
4 dozen eggs.
Yeah, not Be Prepared or Hellfire or singing about things that are important to the villain.
No,
because
it's just
this
like
villain,
Gaston.
He is the most important thing to him.
Hair
Antlers
and all of my decorating.
Even when he goes full evil, there's still some funny moments with him.
Yeah.
Like his taunts are just so mean, I always have to chuckle at them.
What's the matter, beast? Too kind and gentle to fight back.
Damn.
Finally bested, it's so great seeing him turn into a complete quivering coward.
Yeah.
Let me go! Please, don't hurt me!
The voice acting
Yeah.
is great, his design
Changes
is
so fast.
unassuming, his writing flows very organically, and he's a laughably dumb
Propose to the
plot
girl.
all the way through. No one's as great as Gaston, except maybe one.
And who is that one? I'd love to know.
One funniest Disney animated villain. Come on, you know it's Hades.
Ah,
Like half of you I know just
Hades.
skipped ahead to see if your guess was correct, and it was.
I didn't
Hades
even
is a
bother
comedic
guessing, to be fair.
miracle of animation.
But yeah,
So
Hades,
there's
it's
lot
definitely
you're
a great
probably
one.
aware I wasn't like the biggest fan of this movie. which
Hercules
also
was
led to
always
some
one of my
comedic
favorites.
avenues.
It looks like Vegas. Why does it look like Vegas? How is that funny? I don't care.
Look, I'm sorry. Anything that has me look like Slugworth from Tom and Jerry Willy Wonka is gonna make me laugh. Anyway, I didn't hate the movie. Honestly, when the film came out, it didn't get a warm reception from critics and audiences, so
Really?
it is interesting seeing it get more and more of a following. With that
Interesting.
said, everyone across the board said James Woods' Hades was about as perfect a comedic performance as you could get.
So is this an audience or a mosaic?
Our things in the underworld.
Well,
A little
they're
dark,
just
a little
fine.
gloomy,
Yeah,
and
a
always
little dark, a little gloomy, and as always, hey,
full of dead people. What you gonna do?
The story is he was in a silly mood and he voiced the character like his agent, and they reworked the film around that.
Okay,
Fine, I'm cool, I'm fine.
And okay, I'll just say it, I get the feeling that if James Woods was not Hades in this, I don't think people would like this film as much as they do.
Definitely.
Other movies
Hades
like
definitely
Peter Pan
carries
or
a lot of
Beauty
the
and
movie.
Beast or Great Mouse Detective.
I
If
do
you
love the
replace
Hydra
villain or
fight,
even
though.
take him out. There's still
Yeah,
other
this part-
great
ooh.
things about him. There's still these masterworks.
God. I know the CGI mixed with the animation was probably not the best, but I really like this fight here. The part when like it just you see all the heads and he's like it does a 360 view of him looking at him. Terrifying as a kid, especially the part when they're about to bite him and he bashes the mountain to kill it. Such a good moment. It's one of my favorites.
I could be wrong, but I think people would like Hercules fine, but love it because of Hades. Again, maybe I'm wrong, but take him out of the equation.
you
and really
are
think
wearing
about if you would keep returning.
Merchandise!
I honestly think he means that much to it. This is a performance that makes every line funny, especially, yeah, again, I'll just say it, with a script that doesn't have that many funny lines for him. Not that they're all
It's
bad,
done
they're
really
clearly
well.
not. There are some good one-liners, but written, I don't think a lot of them would get that big a laugh.
No,
Like when he says the line, we dance, we kiss, we schmooze, we carry on, we go home happy, what do you say? Come on. It's not really that funny a line, but when he says it,
We dance, we kiss, we schmooze, we carry on, we go home happy. What do you say? Come on.
Yeah.
goddamn, is that hilarious.
Again, just like Kronk, what matters well with just the joke is the delivery. The delivery of it is enough to make it funny. And this guy masters the delivery.
This is the other character on this list, aside from Ratigan, that I cannot separate at all. Nobody could replace this voice.
Yeah.
So nicely.
Aye, verse. Aye.
And funny enough, nobody has. Woods actually
what?
loves doing this voice so much that he said he would always return to voice it.
And he
That
did?
is a huge undertaking for such a popular character, but man, I think I speak for everyone when I say we're all thankful he does.
Ahem.
People are gonna get hurt, aren't they?
I haven't seen much of him outside of this movie, though.
It's a possibility. It happens. 'Cause, it's war, but what can I tell you? Anyway.
It's almost scary how funny he makes these lines, which is not to say he can't also be intimidating when he needs to be. When a scene has to be serious, he can play it serious, but he does so in a way that never feels forced or out of character.
Right.
Gerald Scarfe's design also allows the animation to be as vibrantly moody as the scene
Yeah.
ends, with his fiery hair changing color depending on his emotions,
Yeah.
his reactions.
Oh, that part with the thirsty. So
the
good.
more humorous.
The one schlemiel who can lie
toss it up. You
Toss
it around in the
boom. Done.
The speed, the charm, that distinct articulation. It is one of the most comfortable, ingrained, naturally funny performances, not just in a Disney film, but in any animated film, period.
Agreed.
I'm not gonna pretend
Absolutely
like every line
agreed.
is a laugh riot or anything, but every line has a spark of comedic joy that's impossible not to at least giggle or smile at.
I know. You know. I know.
I got it. I got the concept.
The way the manic animation matches his mood swings, the way Woods performs the mood swings, and
Yeah.
the way they meld together to absolute perfection, I really think is an amazing feat of comedy.
It is.
He's the most hilarious kind of evil Disney has to offer, and it's such an amazing lineup, it probably goes without pointing out, that's really saying something.
To be fair, yeah.
Whoa, is my hair out?
With that said, do you agree?
Honestly,
These are the funniest
yeah.
Disney villains? Do you think I was way off? Do you agree with the order, or did I get them backwards? Let me know what Disney bad.
No, I'd say if anything, I think you should have put maybe Ursula and Jafar a bit before. But then again, to be fair, you did explain that it was with comedy, not necessarily scariness. So, I scratch what I just said then. Sorry.
These you think should be on the list, and we'll see what other great comedic foes Disney will make in the future.
I need to see that one movie.
Which is already not off to a great start.
I just watched that movie and agreed, mate. Not a good start. God, why do we have villains that just go 15 minutes to actually something pretty good, and then suddenly they do a 180 and they're just the corniest villain? They're so corny, a farmer could make a whole profit out of it. Chickens would be well fed, and other corn-related jokes. Hey, Rob from SMG4 would be super happy with how corny this guy is. For all you SMG4 fans who just so happen to watch these as well.
So long. Goodbye. See ya.
See you later.
This month.
Alright, well at least I got one of my villains in that list. Though he was kind of pretty low on the list though. But to be fair, like you said, funny. And honestly, I could agree. Hades is a good choice for number one. I've always loved him in the movie. And again, a lot of these other choices are pretty good. Some of them, two of them more specifically, are ones I have not seen. And so I might need to watch them later tonight instead. I don't know. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. I really love this video. Be sure to like and subscribe. Check out my other videos. With that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!